The great alien arena was louder than a thunderstorm. Thousands of different species filled the seats, each one eager to watch Earth's test. Colorful lights flashed across the walls, and huge hollow screens showed the center stage. The Galactic Council had called for something unusual today, something that made the entire galaxy curious. They wanted Earth to bring a dangerous creature, something that could show how strong humans really were. Most alien races believed humans were weak. Humans looked soft. They looked slow. They did not have claws or armor. They did not have natural weapons like many alien species. Some aliens even laughed when they heard humans were allowed to bring an Earth beast to prove their worth. What can they bring? They joked. A cow? A goat? Maybe a little monkey? But there were rumors. Rumors that Earth was not a gentle world. Some whispered that Earth was a death world filled with storms, poison, predators, diseases, and ancient monsters that never stopped fighting. Still, many aliens did not believe it. They thought the stories were exaggerations. That doubt vanished the moment the human representative stepped into the arena. Captain Rourke walked with calm confidence, even though thousands of alien eyes were staring at him. He was tall, dressed in a simple Earth uniform, carrying no weapons. He did not look dangerous. He did not look nervous. He looked like someone who knew exactly what was about to happen. Behind him, 6 humans rolled in a huge metal container. It was thick steel, covered in scratches, dents, and deep bite marks. The aliens leaned forward. They expected a familiar animal, a lion, a tiger, maybe even a bear. But then they heard something unusual, the sound of sloshing water. The container was a water tank. Many aliens frowned. Water? Why water? What creature needed that much? The tank was shaking slightly, and something inside was moving just under the surface. The water was dark, almost black. No one could see what was inside, but everyone could feel that something was there. A strange pressure filled the air, like the calm moment before a storm hits. One alien whispered, "Why is the water so dark? What are they hiding?" Another replied, "Maybe humans brought a fish." But their jokes slowly died as the tank shook again, harder this time. Tiny bubbles rose to the surface. A vibration rolled through the metal floor of the arena. The council members shifted nervously in their seats. Some gripped their armrests. Others looked at the humans with suspicion. Captain Rourke stepped forward and spoke with a voice that carried across the entire arena. "You asked for a beast," he said. "Something that shows Earth's true power. We decided to bring a creature that survived the dinosaurs. It is older than our species, older than your empires. It has never needed evolution to become stronger. It was born perfect." The aliens exchanged worried glances. A creature older than dinosaurs? Still alive? Still dangerous? Rourke did not explain further. Instead, he pressed a button on the tank. The arena lights dimmed. The water inside the tank went still. For one long moment, nothing happened. The entire crowd held its breath. Even the defense drones floating above the stage paused, waiting. Then the water exploded upward. A massive shape burst from the tank with terrifying speed. Its jaws opened wide, filled with sharp teeth that glowed under the lights. Its eyes were cold, ancient, and hungry. An armored body covered in tough scales rose from the water, like a living tank. It twisted, snapped at the air, and slammed back down into the water with a roar that echoed across the arena. The aliens screamed. Some hid behind their seats. A few fainted. Even the elite soldiers, standing guard, raised their weapons in panic. Nothing in their galaxy looked like this. Nothing moved with such raw, unstoppable power. It was a saltwater crocodile, and it was enormous. The humans watched calmly, as if this was completely normal. The crocodile stayed half above the water, its jaws slightly open, showing rows of deadly teeth. It barely moved, but the tension in the arena was crushing. Every alien could see that this creature was built for killing. No lasers in its body. No cybernetic implants. No genetic engineering. Just nature, pure, deadly nature. The crocodile's eyes slowly scanned the crowd. The aliens felt like prey. One alien whispered, That thing comes from Earth? That monster swims on their planet." Another whispered, "If this is only one beast, what else is hiding there?" Rourke smiled, not kindly but knowingly. "This creature," he said, "is one of many predators on Earth. We do not control nature. We only learn to survive beside it." The arena fell silent. Even the biggest, strongest alien species looked uneasy. Their worlds were safe. Their species were protected by shields and advanced technology. But Earth was wild. Earth was dangerous. Earth created monsters that could kill without hesitation. And humans lived on that planet every day. The crocodile thrashed its tail, sending water over the edge of the tank. The metal groaned loudly. The alien guards flinched and took several steps back. The test had started, and the galaxy realized something important. They had made a terrible mistake challenging Earth. The crocodile settled back into the water with a heavy splash, but its presence filled the entire arena like a dark shadow. It did not roar. It did not show off. It simply floated there, silent and still, with only its eyes above the surface. That stillness was more terrifying than any loud noise. The aliens expected constant movement, glowing energy, or dramatic aggression from Earth's beast. Instead, this creature behaved like a patient assassin. Many aliens had never seen an animal that waited so calmly for the perfect moment to kill. On the raised platform, the council members whispered among themselves. Some tried to hide their fear. Others pretended to act brave, but their trembling hands told the truth. One of them, a tall insect-like creature, clicked nervously and said, It does not move. Is it sleeping?" Captain Rourke shook his head. "No. It is watching everything. That is how it hunts." The insect alien blinked its large eyes. "But why is it so calm? Should it not be nervous in this strange place?" Rourke almost laughed. "Nothing in this arena scares it." That statement spread through the alien crowd like cold wind. Even species known for their bravery felt their hearts grow tight. The arena was built to intimidate even the fiercest warriors. Bright lights, loud noises, strange smells, thousands of eyes staring. But this Earth creature did not care. It floated in silence, as if it had already chosen its next victim. A large reptilian alien hissed loudly. "Earth claims too much. This creature is big, yes, but many beasts in the galaxy are stronger. Many are faster." At that moment, the crocodile suddenly sank under the dark water without making a sound. 1 second it was there, the next nothing. Only ripples on the surface remained. The alien crowd leaned forward, confused and frightened. "Where did it go?" someone shouted. Rourke calmly pointed at the water. "It is waiting below. Crocodiles can stay underwater for hours. They don't need to breathe like you think." This shocked the audience. Hours? What kind of creature could wait underwater for hours with no air? Some aliens had advanced gills. Some had oxygen sacs. But a natural creature with such ability? Impossible. A metallic alien with glowing eyes shook its head. "This is not normal evolution. This is madness." Rourke replied, "Welcome to Earth." One of the defense drones moved closer to the tank to scan the creature. It hovered quietly, flashing lights into the dark water. The aliens watched in suspense. Suddenly, the drone's sensor beeped. Before anyone could react, the water erupted again. The crocodile launched upward, jaws snapping with brutal force. Its teeth clamped onto the drone, crushing the metal like soft clay. Sparks flew. The drone struggled, but it was useless. In less than 2 seconds, the crocodile dragged the machine underwater, tearing it apart as if it was nothing more than a toy. The aliens gasped. The guards behind the council stepped back in fear. Even the bravest warriors felt their skin grow cold. "Creatures on Earth eat metal," someone shouted in panic. "No," Rourke answered. "It attacked because it sensed movement. Anything that comes near its territory is a target." "So it is wild?" another alien asked. "Very," Rourke said. "And it adapts fast. Faster than you expect." The water turned red with sparks as the crocodile destroyed what was left of the drone. Alarms sounded in the control room. The arena was designed to test dangerous species, but even the system was struggling to understand how to handle this one. One council member stood up, her voice shaking. "Human, why bring such a monster? We asked for a demonstration, not a disaster." Rourke kept his expression calm. "You wanted to see Earth's strength. Most of our planet tries to kill us daily. This creature is only one example." Several aliens swallowed nervously, their eyes wide. They had thought humans were soft because humans lacked claws or fangs. They never imagined humans lived beside animals like this. They certainly never imagined humans could control such beasts. A small alien with long ears whispered, "But why do humans survive these things?" Rourke turned toward the crowd. "Because humans learn. We adapt. We face danger every day and grow stronger from it. Our planet is a teacher, and she is not gentle." The alien crowd fell silent. Many of them began to realize the truth. Humans didn't become tough because they wanted to. They became tough because Earth forced them to. The water in the tank rippled again. The crocodile resurfaced, eyes shining like two yellow stars. This time, it didn't thrash. It didn't attack. It simply stared at the crowd as if judging them. In that moment, the aliens understood something terrifying. Humans came from a world where monsters like this were normal. And this was only the beginning. The arena lights dimmed slowly, almost as if the building itself felt nervous. The air carried a strange vibration, a mixture of fear and excitement. The crocodile floated in the tank with only its eyes showing, still and unforgiving. Those yellow eyes looked like two tiny suns burning with ancient hunger. Many aliens refused to meet its gaze, afraid that even eye contact might attract the creature's attention. But the test was not finished. The council had promised a true challenge. They had prepared for days to show the galaxy that their chosen champion was unbeatable. A beast engineered with supreme technology. A creature built through generations of genetic perfection. Something that dwarfed natural predators. The council leader rose and lifted a glowing staff. "Earth has presented its monster," she announced with shaky pride. "Now the galaxy will show its own strength." Huge metal doors at the far side of the arena slid open with a thunderous crack. Steam hissed out. The floor trembled. Something inside growled, a deep, vibrating sound that shook the bones of every spectator. The aliens in the crowd leaned forward, some cheering, others trembling. The creature stepped out. It was massive, taller than a human mech suit, covered in black armor plates that shimmered like polished obsidian. Its glowing eyes changed colors, blue to red to gold, scanning everything around it. It had 4 muscular limbs ending in sharp claws made of reinforced alloy. Every step sounded like heavy machinery crashing into the ground. Its breath came out in bursts of hot vapor. The council called it Varkalin, the pride of the galaxy. Engineered strength. Engineered speed. Engineered intelligence. "Behold," the council leader said with confidence returning to her voice, "the champion who has defeated 12 Death World creatures. No natural beast can match its power." Captain Rourke looked unimpressed. "We'll see." The crocodile did not react. It didn't hiss, roar, or flinch. It simply stared from the tank, floating like a deadly log. The calmness made the moment even more disturbing. The Varkalin growled again, its metallic claws digging into the arena floor. It turned its head toward the water tank, sniffing the air. Curious. Hungry. A giant hologram above the arena displayed both creatures, spinning slowly. The announcers shouted in dozens of languages, hyping the crowd. But the aliens closest to the arena floor noticed something else. The crocodile was slowly sinking, sliding deeper, deeper into the dark water. One alien whispered, "Why is the Earth beast hiding?" Rourke answered without taking his eyes off the tank. "It's not hiding. It's preparing." The Varkalin stepped closer, its claws sparking against the floor. It roared loudly, the sound echoing like explosives. Many species covered their ears. The council looked proud. The Varkulin was designed to impress. The crocodile did not react. This only enraged the engineered monster. It slammed one claw against the tank, making metal rings echo across the arena. The water rippled, but nothing came out. The Varkulin hit the tank again, harder, cracking the metal surface. The crowd gasped. The council smiled, thinking victory was near. But one old alien warrior, silent, wise, muttered, "Foolish creature. It does not know the danger." The Varkulin lifted its arm to strike again. That was the moment the water exploded. The crocodile shot upward with terrifying speed, jaws wide, body twisting like a living spear. The force of its rise was so strong that water blasted into the stands. The Varkulin barely had time to react before the crocodile crashed into its armored chest. The audience screamed. The Varkulin stumbled back, shocked. Its armor, designed to resist plasma shots, now had a deep dent shaped like the crocodile's snout. How can a natural creature strike so hard? A council member gasped. Rourke kept watching, eyes sharp. Because this animal is pure muscle. No fear. No hesitation. And it's been perfecting its attack for millions of years. The Varkulin roared and charged forward. Its claws slashed the air, sending sparks. It expected the crocodile to retreat. But the crocodile didn't step back. It dropped low, still, silent. The Varkulin hesitated for a fraction of a second. And that was enough. The crocodile launched again, faster than before. Its jaws clamped onto the Varkulin's leg with a sickening crack. The arena shook from the impact. The Varkulin howled, trying to pull away. But the crocodile held tight, dragging the engineered beast closer to the tank. Many aliens yelled in disbelief. It's winning. The Earth creature is overpowering an engineered apex predator. The crocodile began to twist its body. Rourke nodded slowly. It's trying to set up the death roll. The Varkulin panicked, clawing wildly. Its armor scraped loudly against the metal tank. It hit the crocodile, but the beast didn't let go. It didn't fear damage. It didn't fear pain. It only focused on the limb in its jaws. The crowd realized something horrifying. The crocodile was not fighting for dominance. It was fighting to kill. The Varkulin tried to roar again, louder, but its voice cracked into fear. That sound echoed strangely through the arena, because no one had ever heard the engineered champion afraid. The crocodile tightened its grip. Silence filled the arena. The true battle was just beginning. The arena felt smaller now, as if the walls themselves were trying to pull back from the fight. The huge Varkulin struggled against the crocodile's crushing bite, metal claws scraping against the floor. It swung its heavy arms in panic, striking the crocodile again and again. Each hit sent shockwaves through the tank, splashing water everywhere. But the crocodile did not release its grip. Its jaws were locked, its ancient muscles pulling with the unstoppable force of a world that never gave mercy. Aliens in the front rows backed away, climbing over their seats, terrified the fight might spill toward them. Even the arena's guards, who had trained for years to face deadly threats, held their weapons tighter. Some pointed their rifles at the crocodile but hesitated. They were not sure if shooting it would save them or make things worse. The Varkulin tried one desperate move. It slammed all four of its claws into the ground and pushed, lifting the crocodile partially off the floor. Its armor hummed with energy, glowing bright blue as power surged through its limbs. The engineered beast used all its strength, trying to tear its leg free from the crocodile's jaws. For a moment, the arena filled with hope. Maybe the Varkulin could escape. Maybe technology could beat nature. But then the crocodile's eyes narrowed. That was the only warning. With a sudden burst of raw power, the crocodile twisted its entire body. It moved like a spinning log, fast and violent. The sound was horrible, a cracking snap that echoed through every corner of the arena. The Varkulin screamed, a sound mixed with metal grinding and pain. Its armored leg bent unnaturally. Sparks flew. Something inside its limb started to tear apart. The aliens felt the impact in their bones. That move, what is it doing? A terrified spectator shouted. Captain Rourke folded his arms. We call it the death roll. It uses its whole body like a weapon. Another alien shook their head in disbelief. But this is an engineered champion. It has strength beyond natural limits. Rourke answered simply, nature has limits too. But Earth broke them long before we were born. The Varkulin collapsed to one knee. Its claws scraped desperately against the tank, trying to find something to hold onto. Its glowing eyes flickered between fear and agony. This was a creature designed to dominate battlefields, but against the crocodile, it looked like a confused child fighting a storm. The crocodile sensed its weakness. It released the Varkulin's leg only to lunge again, this time sinking its teeth into the beast's armored shoulder. The bite left deep dents in the reinforced metal. The Varkulin roared and swung its arm like a hammer, striking the crocodile across the head. The blow was strong enough to send out a shockwave. The crocodile didn't even blink. Rourke whispered under his breath, "Good boy." Terrified aliens realized something far worse than they had imagined. The crocodile was enjoying the fight. The Varkulin tried to charge forward, but its broken leg slowed it down. Its movements became jerky, desperate. It swung its claws again, but each strike became weaker. The crocodile moved with terrifying precision, low to the ground, silent, choosing the perfect angles to bite. Then the Varkulin tried a new tactic. Its armor split open along its back, revealing a glowing energy core. It prepared to release a shock blast powerful enough to throw back any predator. A loud mechanical hum filled the arena. Aliens jumped to their feet. The council gasped. This was the Varkulin's ultimate defense. But the crocodile moved first. As soon as the armor opened, the crocodile lunged straight at the exposed section. Its jaws clamped around the glowing area, crushing panels and wires with unstoppable force. Sparks exploded in every direction. The energy core flickered violently. The Varkulin screamed, not like a machine, but like a living thing in terror. It stumbled backward, crashing into the tank, sending water flooding onto the floor. The crocodile refused to let go. It twisted again, but this time the roll wasn't just to break a limb. This roll was aimed at destroying the core itself. Alien engineers watching from the control rooms shouted in horror. Stop it! If it crushes the core... Too late. A massive crack thundered through the arena. The energy core shattered like brittle glass. Blue light burst out in a shockwave that shook the entire arena. Seats rattled. Lights flickered. Several drones dropped from the sky. The crowd screamed and held onto each other. Dust fell from the ceiling as the impact trembled across the entire stadium. When the smoke cleared, the Varkulin lay on the ground, sparks still flicking from its ruined armor. It tried to move but couldn't. Its glowing eyes slowly dimmed until they became nothing but dark glass. The crocodile stood over the defeated champion, water dripping from its massive jaws. It stared at the body for a long moment, then turned its head toward the crowd. Silence fell like a heavy blanket. Every alien felt the same chilling thought. If this is only one creature from Earth, what kind of monsters created humans? The smoke from the broken energy core drifted through the arena like a gray fog, thick and shimmering under the bright lights. The Varkulin lay motionless on the cracked floor, its armor dented, twisted, and sparking from dozens of wounds. The engineered champion of the galaxy, the undefeated beast, was broken. And the creature that broke it stood tall and silent, dripping water and metal fragments from its jaws. The crocodile was not breathing hard. It wasn't tired. It looked as calm as when it first entered the arena, as if the long, brutal fight had only warmed it up. A quiet, shaky voice rose from somewhere in the stands. Is the Earth creature done? No one answered. The crocodile stepped once, then twice, moving closer to the Varkulin's fallen body. Its claws scraped against the floor, making a low, rough sound that echoed in the silent arena. Some aliens shielded their eyes. Others held each other tightly, afraid to even blink. The Varkulin twitched. Just a small movement, a flicker in its broken limbs. Its damaged circuits tried to reboot. Its lights flickered weakly. It wasn't alive in the organic sense, but its systems were designed to keep fighting until nothing remained. Sparks fell from its chest as its legs tried to lift it. It managed only a few centimeters before collapsing again. The crocodile stopped. Its eyes narrowed. It sensed weakness. The Varkulin tried a second time, pushing with trembling claws, its armor plates grinding against the floor. It managed to rise halfway, wobbling heavily. The arena filled with a faint electronic groaning sound, its systems crying out under the stress. Its glowing eyes dimmed and brightened again, trying to regain power. The crowd held their breath, thinking maybe, just maybe, the champion could stand. Then the crocodile lunged. It moved so fast the holocamera struggled to track it. Its jaws clamped onto the Varkulin's side, right where the armor had already cracked. The sound was sickening, a loud crunch that made dozens of aliens flinch. The Varkulin let out a robotic roar, half scream, half static. It swung wildly, but its claws passed through empty air. The crocodile was already pulling it down, dragging it across the wet floor like a carcass. "That monster," a council member cried. "Stop it. The test is complete." But the crocodile didn't understand tests. It only understood one thing: finish the kill. Captain Rourke didn't move. His face was calm, but his eyes were sharp. He knew what was coming. Every human watching knew it too. The crocodile shifted its body. Muscles rippled beneath its thick scales, gathering strength. Its grip tightened around the Varkulin's torso. Then it began to roll. Not fast at first, a slow, heavy turn, dragging the massive creature with it. Water splashed. Metal screeched. The ground shook. The crocodile's huge tail slammed against the floor, helping its rotation. Then the second roll came, faster, brutal. Pieces of the Varkulin's armor snapped off and flew into the crowd. Aliens ducked and screamed. Sparks exploded from the creature's chest as its inner systems were torn apart. The glowing lights in its eyes flickered violently. The crocodile rolled again. And again. And again. Each roll was a violent twist of nature's perfect killing technique. The Varkulin's massive body spun helplessly in the crocodile's grip, its limbs flailing uselessly. The arena floor cracked under the pressure. The tank's water mixed with oil leaking from the Varkulin's shattered joints. One alien whispered with a trembling voice, "It is not fighting, it is dismantling it." Rourke nodded. Exactly. The 10th roll caused something deep inside the Varkulin to snap. A loud, final crunch echoed across the arena. The glowing core in its chest shattered completely. Its lights went out like dying stars. The crocodile released the body and slid back a few steps, its jaws still clamped around a piece of broken armor. It hissed softly, not out of anger, but victorious instinct. The Varkulin lay in a twisted heap, unrecognizable from the champion it had been minutes earlier. Its limbs were bent at impossible angles, its armor shredded, its core extinguished. The crocodile stared at the remains as if expecting it to rise again. When it didn't, the ancient beast slowly backed toward the tank, returning to the water like a king returning to his throne. Every alien in the arena felt the same chilling truth. Humans didn't create this monster. They simply learned to live beside it. They walked past it on riverbanks. They swam in water where it waited unseen. They survived creatures like this one for thousands of years. And that realization felt more terrifying than the fight itself. One council member stood and shouted, voice shaking, "End the test. End it now. Earth. Earth is too dangerous." Another whispered, nearly sobbing, "If this is only one beast, what are the others like?" Captain Rourke finally spoke. "This crocodile isn't even the deadliest thing on our planet." A wave of fear swept through the arena. The crocodile sank into the water, its yellow eyes the last thing to disappear. And the galaxy finally understood. Earth was a death world, and humans were the apex predators who survived it. For a long moment, the arena was silent. Not because the fight was over, but because nobody understood what was happening. The saltwater crocodile lay still on the ground. It did not move. Its tail did not twitch. Its jaws did not snap. Its eyes were closed, as if it had simply decided to take a nap in the middle of a deadly alien arena. The judges whispered to each other in confusion. The alien spectators looked around, unsure if they should cheer or panic. Even Commander Rax, who had been confident a second ago, frowned and leaned forward. The translator drone floated close to Alex and repeated his last words. I told him to rest. The aliens expected a trick, a trap, some dramatic human strategy. But Alex simply stood there, calm, relaxed, hands at his sides, as if the world was not watching him. As if hundreds of species were not waiting to see if humans really were the apex predators they claimed to be. One of the judges finally spoke through the speakers. Human competitor, are you forfeiting? Alex lifted his head slowly, his voice clear. No. The crocodile has fought enough. The arena erupted into confused shouting. Some aliens stood up from their seats. Others hissed, growled, or clicked angrily. One shouted, "This is a battle, not a place for sleeping animals." Another screeched, "How is this strength? How is this dominance?" Rax allowed himself a small smirk. Is this your species' great beast, human? A creature that stops fighting when it becomes tired. Alex smiled softly. You don't understand yet. He walked toward the judges, but the moment he took a step, every alien guard raised their weapons. A harsh warning blared through the arena. The judges stared at him with suspicion. Human, return to your place. You're still in a live match. Alex pointed behind him at the giant reptile resting peacefully. That creature. One bite could tear apart metal bars. One twist could shatter bones. One lunge could kill anything in this arena. And yet he spread his arms, showing his empty hands. It stops when I tell it to. A ripple of unease passed through the arena. Minds tried to process this. Shorlac beasts did not stop. Magawar gorgers did not stop. Krullik swarm wolves did not stop. No predator they knew stopped unless killed or controlled by a shock collar. But this human beast stopped because a single human said so. Some aliens finally grasped it. This was not weakness. This was control. Commander Rax narrowed his eyes. Are you saying the beast obeys you? Alex shook his head. No. We respect each other. Rax slammed a clawed fist on the railing. Respect? Between a predator and prey? Impossible. Alex turned slowly toward the sleeping crocodile. On Earth, respect is exactly what creates power. Suddenly the crocodile opened one eye. Just one. And the entire arena froze. It was not moving. It was not attacking. It was simply watching. Watching everyone. Watching everything. A silent reminder that it was still there. Still dangerous. Still waiting for a signal. And for the first time, Rax looked unsure. Before he could speak, the floor beneath Alex shimmered and shifted. The arena began morphing again. The walls moved, the ground changed, metal plates sliding open like puzzle pieces. The system voice announced. Phase 2. The opponent chooses the challenge. Rax smiled again, but this time it looked forced. Humans love tricks. Let us see how many tricks you can play when the environment itself becomes your enemy. The arena transformed into a huge swamp-like terrain. Thick mud, sharp roots, fog, and pools of unknown deep water spread everywhere. Many alien predators would drown here. Most humans would die here. But Alex smiled as he stepped into the mud. You really don't know anything about Earth, do you? Rax frowned. This environment is meant to crush you. Only Shorlac hunters can survive this terrain. Alex pointed at the crocodile, who was already sliding slowly toward the swamp, eyes open, body alive again. You just created the perfect home for my beast. The crowd gasped, because the moment the crocodile touched the swamp, its entire body changed. It moved differently, faster, smoother, more confident. It vanished into the water like a ghost, leaving only a ripple. Rax shouted, This isn't fair. You can't let your beast. But the judges were already whispering. They knew the rules. Phase 2 allowed environmental advantages. And Alex had won. The most dangerous aquatic predator on Earth. And now it was in its element. Alex waded into the shallow water, unfazed. He crouched and dipped his hand into the swamp, feeling the ground. It's warm. Good. And the mud is thick. Even better. The audience leaned forward. Why better? One alien whispered. Alex looked up. Because anything chasing us will sink. But a crocodile? He smiled. It glides. A distant splash sounded from the foggy swamp. Something else was moving. Something big. Rax stepped forward with a grin returning. You think only Earth has monsters? Human, welcome to my world. The water behind Alex trembled. Something huge was rising. The audience screamed. The crocodile reappeared, eyes full of fury. Not because it was angry, but because it sensed another apex predator entering the swamp. And in that moment, Alex said quietly, Good. Let's show them what Earth can really do. The swamp water shook like something enormous was pushing through it. The fog twisted, rising in thick waves, and a deep growl echoed across the arena. Aliens leaned forward, claws digging into rails, eyes wide with both fear and excitement. Something was coming. Alex stood still, letting the cold swamp water reach up to his knees. He did not raise a weapon. He did not move back. He simply watched the mist, calm as ever. But the crocodile was different. Its eyes were locked on the fog. Its tail swayed slowly. It lifted its body halfway out of the water, mouth slightly open, showing rows of brutal teeth. It wasn't afraid. It wasn't confused. It was ready. Commander Rax raised both arms proudly. This human is a Shorelac mire titan, a creature that rules our deepest swamps. It hunts blind, strikes through vibrations, and even our soldiers fear it. Your beast will be nothing but... He stopped. The water to Alex's left exploded upward. A giant shape burst from the swamp, a massive beast with armored plates, a long thick tail, and jaws wide enough to bite a hoverbike in half. Its skin was black and green, and its roar shook the arena. The mire titan was 3 times the size of the crocodile. Aliens screamed in terror and excitement. But Alex only whispered, Big doesn't always win. The titan lunged toward Alex first, sensing a heartbeat. Mud flew. Water splashed. Its jaws snapped shut with a noise like a thunderclap. Alex didn't even flinch, because something else moved faster. A sudden ripple, then a blur. The crocodile launched from the water like a missile. It slammed into the titan's head, twisting its entire body with pure muscle power. The titan roared, surprised. For a moment, the 2 monsters vanished in a whirl of mud and teeth. The arena went silent. Then the struggle began. The titan thrashed violently, sending waves across the swamp. The crocodile clamped down, refusing to let go. Its entire body coiled like a spring. It performed the attack Earth predators were famous for, the death roll. The spin sent sheets of swamp water into the air. The titan roared again, but the crocodile rolled harder, faster. The aliens stared in awe at a fighting style they had never seen before. Rax shouted, Impossible! How can that tiny Earth creature overpower? Alex cut him off. Because it doesn't think. It acts. It survives. That's what Earth predators do. The titan finally broke free, but it was shaking, confused, wounded. It lunged again, this time furious. But the crocodile slipped underwater, becoming a silent shadow. The titan searched blindly. It made a mistake. It stayed still. And that was all the crocodile needed. From below, the reptile shot upward, jaws clamping onto the titan's throat in one brutal strike. The titan tried to scream, but the sound died as the crocodile dragged it deeper into the mud. The swamp churned like a boiling pot. The audience leaned forward. The water went still. Completely still. A heartbeat passed. Then another. A few bubbles popped. And slowly, very slowly, the saltwater crocodile rose from the swamp, pulling the titan's massive body behind it. Dead. Every alien in the arena stood silent. No cheers. No screams. Just shock. Rax's mouth hung open. That creature killed a titan? Alex stepped beside the crocodile and placed his hand on its snout. No. It survived. That's what Earth does. We don't fight to dominate. We fight to live. The judges stared at the crocodile, then at Alex, and one finally spoke through trembling voice. Human contestant, you have passed every phase. And, by proving control over your apex predator, you have demonstrated something beyond combat. Another judge added, you showed partnership, strategy, trust. The final judge raised a glowing crystal. Humanity is certified. Earth is recognized as a world of true apex life. The arena erupted, not in anger, but in overwhelming applause. Thousands of alien voices roared in respect. Alex looked up, a small smile on his face. But in the swamp, the crocodile only blinked slowly, as if saying, that was fun. Commander Rax approached, stunned into humility. I underestimated your world. Alex shrugged lightly. Most do. Rax bowed slightly, a rare gesture among his species. Then teach us. Teach the galaxy how Earth creatures survive. Alex looked at the sleeping swamp, the fog, and the silent Titan's body. With pleasure, he said. But first, someone bring my crocodile a snack. He earned it. The arena burst into laughter, cheers, and fear all at once. Humanity had not just won. They had introduced the galaxy to its newest nightmare. A creature older than empires, silent as death, and loyal only to those who respect it. And the galaxy would never forget the day a human unleashed a saltwater crocodile.